Sup, YouTube world? You already know what it is. It's your boy, Young Dodger. You know, it's been a minute, but I'm back on this bitch of just my opinion. And right now, I got a guest with me. And introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Jen. Nice to meet you again after so many years. Well, we have met before, but like not officially.
Right. Yeah, not officially. He's supposed to be before, but you kept flaking and shit like that. You know.
I'm talking about our past. I'm talking about we went to high school together and like we knew each other in passing and at parties and whatnot, but like we never met each other or had a conversation. So it's nice after all these years to have a conversation. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, same
Yes.
way.
So thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. On just your opinion.
Thank you.
Or just my opinion.
You're welcome. So tell the folks though what you be having going on. You're very artistic.
I love that. I am a creative, is what I like to call myself. I wear multiple hats. I'm just extremely left-brained. I started off and will always be a musician. That's how I was known in school, growing up, in choir, in church. But as, age came, I progressed into other things like fashion and just like branding and branding, and I don't want to say influencing because influencing is temporary. I want to say like inspiring. I just like have been always really talented at just like piecing things and people together to like make something special and something profitable. And it's weird. I don't know what to call that, but that's what I do, and it does work for me.
It's called passion.
Monetarily, yeah. I guess passion for multiple things, yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, happy to be here.
Oh yeah, for sure. I know we was talking before, and we had some things we wanted to get off our chest, but I'm gonna go second. What you got on your mind? Since you my guest, I'm gonna let you start it off. What you got?
Well, I remember, pre Puff Pass podcast. We were gonna talk about. Well, I wanted to talk about basically what it's like in a hostile workplace for Black women specifically.
Mm-hmm.
But also, like, I like to keep it light. I like to have fun. I love to kiki. So I also wanted to talk about just, like, things that I enjoy and things that I dislike about the opposite gender. Because I think a lot of people be, like, always making the point that, oh, these are the things I don't like. But, like... And please, I'm not being a pick-me. Please spare me. But I'm just saying, like, I want to talk about the things that I do like and that I don't like. And, like, we can go, like, tit for tat type vibes. To, make it light. Because I'm going to get high. We're about to be smoking some weed. So, yeah. But what did you want to talk about? Let the people know.
I mean, hey, y'all already know how I get down. Motherfuckers see my shit and be like, you an Uncle Tom ass nigga.
I'm scared! This is why I really wanted this to happen, because I can't wait to hear your opinion on things, because I feel like our opinions are going to be very opposite. But hopefully we can be able to navigate these conversations with respect and just show opposite sides of the spectrum with two Black people.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Oh, absolutely.
So I love to be a part of these kind of conversations. I love to be vulnerable and to be honest. And I'm always willing to be educated as well. Yeah. So, like, yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Because I don't get disrespectful. Respectfully is everybody's opinion, and I respect that. You know what I mean? So that's how you feel or think, and I'm not tripping on it. I just tell people what I think.
Right.
And so, what I think, as far, and people know, I be on the Black men.
Mm-hmm.
I be on the Black females and females too, but it's more so the men because I'm a Black man.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I don't really like speaking out of turn, you will, as far as like women and shit.
Right.
I don't really walk their shoes, so I don't know what the fuck they go through every day.
Mm-hmm.
So I say what I want my woman to be like and stuff like that. I can't say generalize, oh, this is what a woman should be. But anyway.
Disclaimer. Okay.
But anyway, I've talked about the Black men because I feel like we, as Black men, we got, I don't know, there's just something about us, and I'm saying us. I don't say I do it individually, but stuff around us and people I see and the things I see. And recently, some dude I know, he's messing with this girl, and she's pretty toxic. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And pretty toxic to the point where he could get killed by somebody else because of her.
Okay.
Doing dumb shit, antagonizing people, shit like that, disrespecting
very
people.
Weird things.
Yeah.
Unnecessary things.
Yeah.
Okay.
And these aren't regular civilians I'm talking about, so understand that.
Yeah.
These are people who was in the other life.
Right.
So the responses is more quicker and deadlier. But and as far as just black men with the pussy, they can't shake the pussy for some reason. Pussy, I hate to talk like that, but pussy is good, and the woman is good for birthing and everything like that. We all come from it. But I feel black men try to do things for the gender instead of doing stuff for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do nothing for somebody else if you can't do it for yourself.
Right.
So I seen niggas go broke trying to, keep up, I guess with their girl or trying to impress and stuff like that. And it's a two-way conversation because I could say it's the female that could change their way of thinking. Then these niggas will follow suit. But hey, everybody watch that Love and Hip Hop shit, and I just feel like we all as a black community are in the midst of toxic. I don't know what's the word, but
toxicity.
Whole bunch of, yeah.
You had it. It's okay.
I know I was all over the place, but still.
No, you weren't. Because even though you were giving like many examples, I understand the point that you were making. I'm gonna play devil's advocate, but you did give the disclaimer saying that you can only speak for yourself and your experiences, and I love that because a lot of people don't do that. They apply and project their personal experiences on society, and that's very immature, and you need to go to therapy. Anyway, with that being said, saying statements like that can still be super hurtful for women, especially when they hear it on platforms from men that they could picture themselves being with, because even though you're saying, like, I'm not speaking about all women, like, this doesn't apply to all women, but y'all all watching Love and Hip Hop. There's, like, I just feel like you still need to be very careful with your words because there's people, like me, because now I'm going to speak for my personal experiences, who will watch the fuck out of a Zeus Network show, but will never find myself in no Zeus Network situation. So it's like, I understand that there's reality and reality TV, and what's entertainment isn't always going to entertain my fucking bills. So I just watch them for fun and for the thrill, and basically vicariously live through the messiness, because I know in reality I can't be messy because I need to pay my bills and go to work and survive and be a functioning member of society.
Right.
So no, I don't think that these shows or these things that people are making for entertainment are having any effect on society, or should have a stop to it to change society, because at the end of the day, every single individual has a choice. They have a choice. Just how there's a percentage of women who genuinely idolize these shows and fashion their characters around them. There's another percentage of women who just watch that shit for fun and separate it from their real life, and they base and build their character on things that they've experienced in real life and morals that they've experienced on how they were raised. So it's like, I just feel like instead of having these thoughts of like, well, this is what we can do to solve men, or this is what we can do to solve women, you have to think of each man and each woman like, an individual. Just like coins. Even though all pennies are pennies, you feel me? One penny could be made in the 1930s and another penny could be made in the 1990s. They're still both pennies though.
Yeah.
But they're different.
Right.
So that's why you have to, even though they're all pennies, each penny has its individuality, because it has its own specific make time that no other penny in the world has.
Right, I get what you're saying.
So, you feel me? People are like, change. And that shit add up.
Now, okay, so you don't think it's no shows that hold that much influence. What about music?
I think that applies across to all boards when it comes
Okay.
to entertainment. So that means music, movies, that means even porn. Like, that
Okay.
means, you feel me? Anything that basically we use to consume, because Americans are all about consumption, we still have the choice and the willpower to decide what's going to negate our lives and basically define our characters.
Yeah.
I absolutely believe that.
What about because what about for like the young ones, like the teenagers and the
I was just
doing
going to
it?
say, it's not easy. You feel me? And not everyone is fortunate enough to grow up around the resources or the people that give a fuck.
Yeah.
But hot take, I genuinely think every human being in the world has one chance, has one opportunity, has like one light bulb aha moment where they do find out, oh shit, I do have a choice. And at that point, they're given the power to choose. I really like, and that's just my hot take. I
Yeah.
really don't believe that there's any human being in the world that truly never got at least one chance or has been in one opportunity that was like, maybe I should change. Or maybe
Yeah.
I shouldn't do that. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, because I've been
There's
through
no way.
experiences to change my toxic ways.
Right.
I done had toxic ways. I'm not no saint. I done a whole bunch of dumb shit.
Right.
You know, and that's why I talk the way I talk, because it was fucked up thinking and it was wrong. I don't want to see the next person do the same shit. You know what I mean? But going back to like us, black men and black women, like, we are targeted a lot in many different ways, not just, you know what I mean, in many different ways. It's a
Many
whole
ways.
rabbit hole we could go down, but we don't
Yeah.
have enough time. But one of them things is in the workplace. I really want to hear that,
I love
because
that.
I'm not a female.
That was a beautiful segue, by the way. No, I love that. I want to keep it brief because
Okay.
it was a long-standing cycle of abuse that I should have cut way sooner, but I didn't because I just really believed. And like, honestly, I don't want to say to not believe or to not have that faith that you can be the bigger person, and like the universe or God or whoever your higher power is don't play about you. And if you keep it genuine and you keep doing what you're supposed to do,
Right.
they will move. No weapon formed against you. You feel me? No weapon formed against you will prosper in any way. So, long story short, I work in the medical field. I work in third-party personal nursing homes, usually for the elderly or psychiatric. This one specifically was elderly. I came in with a manager who loved me.
Yeah.
I came into my section of the facility with the most experience. So obviously, like, I got paid the most. And that wasn't disclosed to any of my mutuals, but I knew because one of my mutuals told me how much they got paid, and I was like, oh, like mentally, like, oh, I get paid more than you.
Right.
But it's because I wore more hats in my field, and I had the most experience, and they were understaffed, and they needed me, and I was their best employee. And if you know anything about the medical field, you know that at a certain time of the year, you get audited by the state, by everybody. Everybody and their mom is auditing you from top to bottom, rooted to tuta, whether it be your cleanliness, whether it be your procedures, your policies, your logs, whatever. So I was hired in a really critical time.
Pandemic time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the manager that hired me got fired for whatever reason. And we got a new manager, an Hispanic man. Just to give a little bit of context, se habla español, más o menos. More than half of my family are of Hispanic and or Latino heritage, or they're dating somebody who is. So there's a whole bunch of Black and Latino and or Hispanic babies that I watch and am related to and care for. And even if that wasn't the case, because that really doesn't matter and doesn't validate anything, I'm not racist. I grew up in a predominantly Hispanic area and had no issues being a predominantly Black person. So it's crazy, and this was in LA County, so it's crazy coming back to the IE, being in a predominantly black area, feeling more racism than I did from people who were in Azusa or Covina or like you don't, if you're from that area, you know what I'm talking about.
Azusa, Covina, yeah, I know.
You know what I'm talking about.
I got some homies over there,
and you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They don't get down like that, like. And I'm not even gonna get into it because I can say some crazy shit, but I'm not.
Yeah, no politics on this one.
Yeah, no, like, well, that's a sit down. That's not a puff pass podcast type deal. But anyway, this man, I'm 5'2". This man came in at a solid 4'11", right? Like, he's like at my nose, and like, he just immediately, like, I don't know, just had a bone to pick with me, and was really abusive to me verbally, was always yelling at me. But I always felt like, dude, I finally got like one of the highest paying medical jobs I've gotten. I love it here. It's a set schedule. And like, you know what I mean? He's just annoying, but I just knew, I know how to rise above. Okay. And smile, because like, what you're going to do is never going to affect how I pay my rent. Like, this is my livelihood and these are my bills. There's no social engagement that's ever going to make me jeopardize my rent. Ever.
Right.
Ever. And unfortunately, a lot of black women especially have to do that because we're automatically seen as aggressors. We're automatically seen as short or hostile or lazy or half-assed. So we got to work twice as hard. We got to be twice as polite. We got to smile twice as much because every other second someone's asking me what's wrong. I can't even have a moment of just of thought with a blank face without somebody saying, is everything okay?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to speak on that because you're definitely seen, and I don't think it's talked about enough in this way. I think it's talked about in a very aggressive way where it's like, we have to do something about this. And it's like, ultimately we do, but we're still in a time where like not enough is being done, and we still have to fucking coexist with these people to pay our bills. So there's that silent, okay, yes, massa type vibe that black women have to do in the workplace, especially in the medical field. I don't know what it is.
I bet that medical field is probably gate kept like a motherfucker. That's probably why.
Fuck, especially in small towns like this. Gate as fuck. That was the perfect word. Like, there's gonna be one company that owns 16 nursing homes within a 20-mile radius, and it's basically who you know, and like people get their cousins hired on, and like, so for me, coming from LA for almost a decade, with my experience getting in because of the fact that I'm bilingual, because I had a great resume, because I was already professional, I really felt like with all these qualities, I would be left the fuck alone. And I thought wrong. And I am just saying this because for all black women, especially in small towns, because it's different in the city. Yeah. LA, New York, like any big city is different because like that's a dime a dozen. But when it comes to these small towns and we're fucking really qualified and we're really fucking smart and we know our rights and we know the law, and then when we actually bring up the proof, put our money where our mouth is, they get mad about it, and then they do everything
to make you quit or
to just attack your career in whatever way. And that's what sucks even more about small towns, because with small towns comes small minds. Small minds have nothing but time. They don't got shit going on. That's why it's so small. They only have this and this to think about. They're not pursuing goals or dreams. It's very just narrow-minded. Yeah. And idle time is the devil's playground.
Yeah.
So basically all you could think about is, how could I fuck up this person's day? Because technically I don't even have a day.
Right, yeah.
And I just feel like that shit's fucked up, that I know this being logical and smart and educated, and I still gotta swallow that shit and basically have that yes massa vibe. That black tax. That shit still exists. And then when I talk, for the most part, I only keep allies around me. So I have nothing but positive conversations about my blackness. But when I do get invited, because I don't ever open up, I'm not here to educate people. Black people are not here to educate y'all on how to be appropriate in black spaces. If you want to educate yourself and have a passion to really love black people, then you do it on your own. But anyway, I'm not gonna speak up unless I'm invited. And when I'm invited and I'm seeing people don't agree, it's like, damn, that's crazy. You're racist. There's people out here who are still actually racist. And
hell yeah.
I could make, I don't know, I know that, I mean, I know that might sound really dumb because it's like, duh, people are racist, but it's like, damn, like, but you didn't hire all the nurses, all the CNAs, all the janitors, everybody's black though.
Yeah.
What?
It's just
that don't
like,
make no sense. You want to know why? Because the black people are the only ones out here actually working. Like, and that's what's really fucking annoying. Like, it's all the black women who be like actually making sure the paperwork's done, double checking those logs, double checking this, because it's like, y'all know that we got it. I'm so tired of black women being the mother of like women's society.
Hey, they
I'm
are.
So done.
They are though.
Like,
I know,
all we do is fucking breastfeed you bitches.
I know, because that's really what it is.
I'm sorry.
Nah, but that's really what it is, what you just said, like breastfeeding women's society.
Yo.
When you look at it, they are. I don't really see no white woman out here, and like, you know what I mean, that everybody's like basically influenced by. I'm just keeping it 100, but.
And if there is, I'm gonna say it. And if there is white women like that, no offense, like, cause once again, I have white people in my family. My grandpa is white. I know that doesn't validate anything, but I feel like I can speak in these spaces safely because I've been around and these are my experiences.
Yeah.
And the only white women that I've met that have that same ability to basically be that teat that everybody wants to fucking suck on has been a white woman in a black space that was raised in a black space with a black man on her arm. In our community, this is what grinds my gears. So like, that's all that I really wanted to talk about for the women in these kinds of workspaces. You're seen. Keep prevailing. I don't want to say be the bigger person. Keep rising above these people. Rise above that person. Like, you don't have to be anything that you're not. You don't got to be big.
Right.
But you don't got to be around them. You don't have to let them be around you. And like, that's just kind of like, yeah, like, you can be petty too. You can be passive aggressive too. As long as you're within boundaries of policy, what the fuck is gonna happen? Nothing. Start exercising your power and remember who the fuck you are. Period.
Definitely remember who you are.
Period. So
don't change for nobody.
Period.
No person.
Because you're supposed to be that way.
Hey, not even else. Your family.
Period.
You know?
Period.
Not even your kids.
People get with it or they get lost. Period.
But yeah, I was on the black man thing. This is my last thing about this. But I was on it because the situation too happened to where, you know, somebody I know went out of town, had his boys watch his house. Rent not getting paid. Okay. Niggas is stealing shit. Stealing cologne, stealing posters, stealing homegirls' paintings off the wall.
Yeah, is
like bum
so
shit, right?
Dusty. That's so yo bum shit. Ew. Okay, continue. Ew.
The niggas tried to say it was me that did that, me and my brother, and I only been over there once. Mind you, my dad was gone. I say who it was, but
you can edit that out.
Yeah. He was gone for 6 months from like November all the way up until like a month, 3 weeks ago. And yeah, shit was just gone and stolen and shit like that. And you know, he has clientele and people was taking his clientele.
I was like, yeah, you gonna pass out.
Yeah, that's my fault. No, you can say, can I smoke with you? You sound good. I be talking. And yeah, just shit just ended up going missing, and he is on one right now. I would be too. Homies and shit, stealing my shit.
Woo!
You know, it's the only house niggas could go to over here.
Not no more.
Y'all niggas ain't got no spots to go to and all that shit.
I'm getting a few dogs and I'm fucking digging a motor on my shit.
Man, he was hot. Yeah, just shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We do that to each other, but we don't do that to anybody.
See,
else.
Once again, devil's advocate.
Go ahead.
Yes, the fuck we do. I don't think, like, yes, there is black on black crime, but did you know statistically that there's more white on white crime?
Yeah, I know that.
Did you also know, I feel like, I don't know this for a fact, I can't stat check this, but it's like, yes, black people are doing black people dirty, but it's like at the same amount of every other race too. You feel me? And this is gonna sound a little crazy. I just think everybody mad because black people are the best at it.
Everything?
Like hitting licks and stuff.
Oh, at passing, yeah. Right.
Yes. Like at finessing. And I just feel like there's an underlying resentment there because y'all get robbed a lot because we're successful at it.
Yeah, that
but
shit
my thing is, like, if you want to get super deep and I'm off it, that underlying root, the reason why we're so good at stealing shit and hiding shit and smuggling shit is because we had to do that when y'all fucking smuggled us over here to be slaves. So we had to steal rice and smuggle that shit in our braids. I'm just saying.
This is gonna be another podcast.
I'm just saying, that's it. But I'm just saying, it's like everybody always want to talk about we steal. Well, we used to steal food, bitch, because we were hungry.
I don't think we came. I mean, of course, the first man came from Africa, but I think this is our land, and it was took.
Okay.
That's
what I think. Indigenous people.
That's who we think we are, and they call us African Americans to say this ain't our land.
See, I heard a lot of theories. You want to know what I kind of resonate with? I think we are the original Jews.
Oh, Hebrew
we're Moors.
Hebrew Israelite, that type of thing.
Yeah, no, I think we're the original Jews. I think
so. You think we the Moors? You think we the ones who taught them how to read and write and bathe and all that shit?
Damn, that was a hot take. I resonate with it. I can't say like it's absolutely true, but like every theory and everything I've heard
that theory too.
That's only because I might be biased because I was raised extremely, extremely strictly religiously Christian. Mm-hmm. And so I know the Bible front to back. Literally was forced to read it every page.
So is that Bible teaching man and woman how to be a man and woman?
I consider the Bible to be just a guideline on how to be a decent human being. I think every human being is taking the Bible and creating these followings for personal agendas. But if you actually read it as just a book and not a rule book or a sacred, and you read it as a book, it's just telling you like to not be shitty, to not kill your brother, to not steal the gold. You feel me? Like to wash the feet of the person who helped you when no one would. Like basically to be thankful, respect your parents. These are very general rules to just be a decent human being.
Okay, so let me hit you with this then. Do we really need that book? Or they're treating us like a circus lion?
I absolutely think we need that book because I believe that we need every book. It's absolutely no human being's right to say what books anybody can read. I don't believe in censoring. I believe in full expansion of knowledge. So yes, the Bible is necessary.
But do you think it's taking us out of our natural man and woman and treating us more like a circus lion?
Once again, that falls in the line of entertainment. Like I said earlier, that's up to each individual to interpret it and make decisions that way. Okay. You cannot blame one book on every individual's decision on how they'd interpret that book.
Because I got a homie who we always be talking about the circus lion thing. Mm-hmm. Like we are circus lions, talking about black men. We're like, you know what I mean? Naturally, we should know how to already do this shit. Mm-hmm. Because we're born men.
Right.
But, you know, we got other things, you know what I mean? Kind of like the circus lion thing, right? How, you know, they beat him, starve him and shit, and eventually they got him doing what this is how to do it. But, I don't know, because I never read the Bible, and I picked up all those qualities. Maybe because my elders, you know what I mean?
It's just how you're raised.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think black men are still enraged. I think that no matter what we do, there's so many underlining traumas in our bloodline, our ancestral bloodline. Black men act out because they were stripped of their masculinity. For African Americans specifically, I can only speak for us in our experience, but they were stripped of their masculinity.
Definitely.
From the moment that they got here. And their genetic makeup literally repelled that. So imagine like wanting to be this like man that you could never be, and then you're and with that, all that trauma, you're just boring more children, and then they're experiencing that same trauma. And then when you finally are free, you don't, oh, we're finally free, let's go get an education and open banks, guys. No, I'm fucking mad. Black men are fucking mad.
And then when
they're
niggas,
mad, they're just mad.
And then when niggas do that shit, what happens? Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers will bomb your shit. I mean, any black person who has influence, they kill off. Any black
any black person that has moved past that anger has been killed off. Any black person that had the strength, because it requires so much strength as a black man to take yourself out of your mind and have a wider perspective, to then gain more knowledge and basically be just, I don't want to say forgiving, but understanding. And there's a difference between being understanding and forgiving. I don't think Martin Luther King like forgave white people. I just think he finally understood how stupid this shit was. And it's like, y'all, if we make these moves, these dumb motherfuckers won't know what's coming. And then boom.
That's why he
and
got
then
killed.
Boom. And then same thing for Malcolm. Malcolm was like, listen, you know I want to do this, and this, but there's a certain way that you got to move, and we're gonna imitate that. Boom, took him out. Like when any black person came with like basically higher understanding, not forgiveness, but a higher understanding, they were killed off.
Yeah, like the Black Panthers.
Oh, yeah.
How that whole operation, the FBI did all that shit.
And once again, not to bring it up, but I always bring this up, don't forget that it was Mexican people who were the first community to ban. Black and brown, stay down, look that up. Like, which is why I hate the fact that there's so much divide in those two communities, because it was like, we are one and the same and are still going through the exact same struggles, and it's not no fucking struggle competition. Yeah. I hate that.
You know what I think changed the whole world, and people may not agree. It was before we was born, but I think that dope gang and that crack shit really fucked off every like low income community too. It's like,
right, because it was the only way that we could make money, because they weren't hiring us. But that wasn't our fault.
No, but I'm saying yeah, it was planned. The CIA came with wop and brought, and you know, they was funding the war and shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know what happened. You know, first you stripped it in the 70s of the man from the house with the whole housing shit. You can't have no nigga here if you want this housing. Then, you know, came after that. Then you put the crack on niggas, and not only did that make crackheads and drug dealers, but even the regular person who was just going to school, like, he hopped off the porch and got in the streets because everybody, you know, making this money. Horrible. I'm smart.
Sorry, I cracked my neck.
You know? Oh, you all good.
I
think that 80s and dope game changed the mentality of black people.
Yeah, that we could finally find a way to make some money. And once again, hot take, I don't condone drug dealing, obviously, because I want my people to be free, but I do not blame them. No, once again, we were just products of our environment, and it was the only way we knew how to fucking survive. Because I promise you, if black people were given more opportunities and more choices, they wouldn't be like, I'm gonna choose the one that's gonna get me arrested.
Yeah, no,
we didn't have a choice.
I'm not saying I'm saying what the whole agenda was. I mean, I think that whole crack. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I think that whole crack agenda was about what's happening right now. Is we gonna have, this is some prime real estate, some land out here. So we gonna throw this crack in here, all this mayhem. Eventually, it's gonna be emptied out. We finna sell it for the high, like, you know, like how they doing to move niggas, keep moving niggas more east and east out of California.
Right.
Because there's some prime fucking real estate out here.
Yeah.
Everybody from the world's coming here, which means it's money here.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think that was the whole agenda, to get that land out there, down there in LA. Again,
The Matrix.
hey, it's a whole rabbit hole.
Oh my
I
God.
could go down and down and down, but
That's why I just like disassociate.
what you mean?
I'm here, but I'm not. I'm doing what I need to do,
Yeah,
and I'm okay with that. Shout out to everybody just surviving, because that's an accomplishment, and you're valid for that.
Nowadays too.
You don't have to be fucking a business owner with 6 streams of income and 3 kids and a husband and like, girl, if you woke up, brushed your teeth, did your skincare routine, proud of you. You made your bed and then actually folded the laundry after you took it out the dryer, proud of you.
Oh, that's a must.
The fuck? Well, I mean, I have OCD, so like, I mean, I'm gonna do that. But I'm just saying, when you're dealing with depression or just like the hardships of life,
yeah,
simple things become very hard tasks.
Yeah, that should.
And you still be doing it, girl, boy.
That should be therapeutic.
Oh no, I clean the fuck out of well, you just went in my house. I clean the fuck out of my house constantly. But that's because my therapist told me that it's because I have a control issue, and that provides me instant gratification. Like, I instantly know that if I clean the tub, it'll be sparkling, and I have control of that.
How deep is your control issue?
Ooh, I don't know. I just started talking to my.
Oh,
so
okay.
we'll see.
Sheesh.
But at least it's healthy things,
I think
like cleaning.
Everybody do, but I think how far you take it, because I got control issues too, but
I used to have control issues in my last relationship, but I became tired of myself.
Okay.
And then no, I'm so dead ass. It's crazy. I can't speak for women. I was so toxic, and I can like take accountability for my part. I was in that fucking phone all the time. Now I won't even look at a lock screen. And it's not because like I'm so traumatized or anything. It's just like, after being able to like finally separate myself from that relationship and reflect on an outside perspective of like what I was doing to myself, like, the person I was with was going to be the person they were regardless, and me looking for clues wasn't going to like solve anything, because I still stayed. I just made myself miserable staying. So shit. It's like, my thing is like, if you are gonna go through a phone, make sure that you're going to break up with him if you find something in that phone. And if you're not, put yourself in a space mentally, because it's real, where you're like, if it's gonna hurt me emotionally, I trust that the universe will reveal it to me, because a cheater will always get caught, or somebody who's being dishonest will always get caught, and it's not your job to choose when they do. That's not your job. That's up to the universe and the timing of your life and how it's supposed to shift. Everything, it happens for a season, and sometimes seasons hurt. Growth hurts. Growing pains. It requires pain, but it's gonna happen regardless. So you like doing all the extra shit on top of the growing pains, girl, boy, whatever. Don't stay out that phone. Mind your business, literally.
Yeah. Like,
and if the person that you're with, it really fucks with you, they're gonna mind your business too. Like, it's not even gonna be like a conversation. Yeah.
How long was that relationship?
7 years.
Damn.
I met him when I had just turned 21, and I left when I was about to turn 27. And I'm 29. I'll be 30 in July.
Damn.
Yeah. So basically all my 20s, I was only with him. I never stepped out physically, emotionally, nothing like that. So when I left him, I was basically in my late 20s, barely discovering what dating was.
So you never got to like go out to like just Vegas and shit and all that shit in your 20s?
Like, if it was with him, yeah.
Oh, you never just got to like
pull
no
up? Mm-mm. And I went crazy. I've been single for about like 2.5 years. First year, went berserk, and I deserved every moment of it. Went berserk.
Yeah, I went my early 20s, like 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, I was single. 24, I started talking, got in a relationship, boom, 25, boom, had a kid.
Yeah.
And then 26, 27, 28, 29 was in a relationship that went down. And so 2020, I think I was probably like 30 when I was single. I've been single since then, 2020.
Okay. You're getting there. Science says that it's going to take half of the duration of your relationship to actually really start healing. So if you were in a relationship for like 8 years, it's going to take about a good 4 years before you truly could be like, I moved on, or like, and I've totally accepted that. But I was sick of myself, like, and then, I want to touch on this really quick. The BBL agenda, disclaimer, I do not judge any cosmetic surgery, and I encourage you to do whatever the fuck you want to make yourself feel good, and BBLs be coming out bomb as shit. But I was with someone who made me feel like that was the only thing that he was attracted to, and like I had to obtain that. Like if I cared about him in that relationship, then I would do that, right? And like, genetics are genetics, girl, and not everybody has 6, 10, 12K or the guts to lay down on the table to do these surgeries. Once again, not shaming them because they look fire. But when I got out of that relationship and actually put myself in a space where I was around single men, and I was shaped exactly how I was the entire time, and like got complimented on my body, got flirted with, like I was like, yeah, like I'm very monogamous, so I be having tunnel vision, like, because I would go out with my girls, but like I like would be mean to men like extremely, like I'm a Cancer, so it was very easy for me to just be mean to men, like leave me the fuck alone. So it was the first time I was open to see what I attracted, and when I attracted like basically everything that I was attracted to, I just realized, like, as corny as it sounds, I guess, like, yeah, like I'm fine the way that I am.
Yeah.
And but there's so many women, I'm telling you, who don't feel that. And it's not only because of what they see on social media, but then it's what the men reinforce. Like, not all men, but it's like the men in their lives, that's what they reinforce. And it's just like, girl, if you're an itty bitty like myself, or if you're a big voluptuous girl, like, just be hot. Like, you're hot. Like, someone's gonna want you, like, dead ass. And that BBL agenda is sick.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's actually deadly, literally.
Yeah, it's crazy because I don't know. I physically, like, I like it. I never had a type, basically, physically.
A lot of women don't know that.
You know what I mean?
Do
like,
you hear that, girls?
Like, physically, like, of course there's some type of standard,
right? But if you look good, you look good.
Right.
Like, if you look good, you look good.
Yeah. Like,
that's it.
You know what I mean? Obviously, everybody got some type of standard that whatever they like, but there was never no set super thing that I went out and looked for. It's just, boom, I looked over, damn, she caught my eye. Boom. You know what I mean? It's just that simple. And it could be either you smiling, you look like you have a good time, or you just look good, whatever.
Yeah. I just wanted to say that. I'm such a girl's girl, I'm sorry. I am.
No,
I'm a girl's girl.
That's just keeping it real. And as far as the BBL shit, like,
no shade, because it's like, if someone gave me the money and I was like, damn, like, I might get a little sculpt. I would never get, like, implants, because that's just too much maintenance and I'm scared. But, like, if I could, like, perfect and lipo, and, like, I'll do that. But I don't have to.
Yeah, you don't.
I don't have to.
All right.
Like, and there's, like, girls, you don't have to. Just like you don't have to get your nails done. Like, it's a luxury. Like, I feel like it's so common now that it's like a standard. No, that's a luxury. That, and like, yeah, you don't have to. Like, I think, I don't know. I'm just speaking for all the girls who felt like me, because like that shit like was one of the, and I never. I mean, I wouldn't say those words to him when we would get in arguments, when I would see likes. And this is when Instagram used to show you that one section of like what your followers were liking.
I remember
so
that shit.
I was on that shit. refresh, what? And I would just see like, and I wasn't the jealous type, because I love women. Like I just said, I'm a girl's girl. So when a woman is beautiful, she's beautiful. But when you are liking the same type of female with the same type of figure, it's like, naturally as a human being, what am I supposed to think? Like, obviously that's what you like the most. And like, it's insane, because genetically there's no way ever I would be able to look like that. So it's like, that fucks with people, you know?
Definitely.
That fucks with people.
Definitely.
And I just want you to know, like, that's shitty. And it, like, if you express, because like, you want to know, because I did express that to him, and his response was just like, well, it's not like you can't look like that too. And I was like, and like dead ass, there was moments where I was like, well, I guess, I mean, if I put that, what? And like, it's just, I'm so happy I didn't do that. Like,
right.
Not because like I wouldn't want it done, but for the reasons behind it.
Right.
Like, it wasn't gonna be for me.
Right.
Like, yeah. So ladies, these niggas is gonna like it regardless.
Yeah, right.
My God, if you like oh my gosh, I promise.
And like I said, I've had sex with a girl who had that. Of course, there's nothing like natural to me. You know what I'm saying? Every dude is different, but
everybody's different.
But it ain't nothing.
You know, but it's just not the standard.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, she didn't go to fat ass, ugly. That's insane. I know plenty of girls with small petite booties who are fucking fire. So stop it. So please stop. Cut the bullshit.
Definitely.
And you would fuck. So please stop. Please stop. And it's like, and then, no tea, no shade, a lot of y'all men who be saying that can't even bag or maintain the bitches who got those bodies.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
It's that fantasy world that everybody.
So you got all these regular women spending $10K and you still making $17 an hour. Hey, make it make sense.
You know what's crazy? It's like vice versa too.
What?
Vice versa. Remember when I said like, if maybe the female, you know, and I'm generalizing, fucked up.
It's okay. It's fine. It's your opinion.
And I said the women change, but they look. You know, how they be want a nigga to be. Mm-hmm. Niggas would probably be better better out here in these streets and shit like that. Every girl on the street nigga and shit that got,
that's like, it's like honestly, what I think a lot of women are trying to convey when they're like, I want a drug dealer, I want a street nigga, it's because, and I'm just gonna be real, as a single woman in this dating pool that I've only been in for a short amount of time, but I've experienced a lot socially. Because I'm very observant and I just know what be going on. Yeah. So the men with money, okay, usually be pussy. Mm-hmm. Like the men that are gonna drop like $4K for the day, probably like if we're out and like there was another dude who like flirted with me and stuff, and like and made a pass at me. He's not going to say shit, but then he's going to get mad at me in the car, though, and be like, well, why did you? And I'm like, well, first and foremost, I didn't say anything to this person, and I can't control if someone approaches me. You're with a pretty girl. If you were that offended, say something. But men with a lot of money and, like, who aren't really in these kind of situations like that, they be pussy. So what women mean is, I want an assertive, aggressive, rich man. But the only men that be really assertive and aggressive are drug dealers, because they be having that shit on them. So they got to be ready at all times. So honestly, somebody could be disrespectful on some, like, not even saying excuse me at the mall. And they're like, woo, 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 because they're traumatized because they sell drugs. Yeah. That's what they mean. They don't, like, so I just feel like it's kind of like an ignorance thing when women say that. Like, I don't think they really specifically mean, oh, I want him to sell packs and I want him to be a millionaire. It's like, no, I want him to beat somebody up like he sells packs, but we legal, we good, he not going to jail, he's in, like, we're getting money.
Yeah, because
but they don't know how to, like, socially convey that, because like I said, like ignorance like is way more common sense is not common.
Okay. So now, like you said, the message isn't being conveyed, right?
It's
right?
not.
Yeah,
it's not. At least that's how I feel.
Right.
If y'all really mean that, you're weird. If you really mean like, no, I actually want him to sell drugs. Okay. Okay.
Cause what she gonna do if shit goes down?
Nothing. She's gonna find another nigga. And then if like honestly like I don't know. I haven't dated many. Well, I mean I haven't dated many drug dealers like, so, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying like I don't be dating them like because I don't need to, because I was doing what I needed to do.
Right.
I had like a lot of male friends, so I was put on game very early. So it's like, instead, like I just cut the middleman. if you catch my drift.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit.
So I don't deal with that at all. Once again, though, women, I feel for you, but that's dumb. It's like, if you really actually mean like, no, I want him to do something illegal, but then also spend a bunch of money that's like identifiable by the feds, you're a fucking idiot.
So again, what do you think that does to the 15-year-old young nigga growing up?
It corrupts him and traumatizes him, but like I said earlier, every human being has that moment.
Right. But like, yeah,
everyone, and they make a choice, and if that 15-year-old is like, fuck it, I'm gonna still do that, hey bruh, he made that decision. That was gonna happen. It's just, yeah, like it sucks, but there's winners and there's losers.
So do you think, this is going on a whole different subject, so what about, let's say, the justice system with the 15-year-old? You think
it's
he
racist.
should? You think he should be charged?
Well, are we talking about a black 15-year-old?
Minority. Let's just say minority.
Yeah, well,
right?
it's never gonna be good for nobody of color who's 15. He going to jail like he's 23.
Yeah,
but we've been knowing that since the 70s.
You said, but is that? So you think that's right that they go?
No.
These years?
It's not right, but it keeps happening. What we gonna do to change it?
Across the world, like, black people are loved in other parts of the world.
We're adored. What do you mean?
Have you been to any other?
I don't care about how we're treated. It doesn't matter about how we're treated. We are adored. We are the number one replicated, duplicated, and emulated race in the entire world. Everybody wants to be black until it's time to be black. And you can't tell me otherwise. I'm so sorry.
Everybody want to be a nigga, but don't want to be a nigga.
Till it's time to be a nigga.
Well, don't want them nigga problems for sure.
Michael Jackson was loved around the world. That was a black man.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it.
By every walks of people.
Till this day.
I got older people that I know.
We're loved. We're so loved that no one understands, so it turns to anger. Not even hate. People get angry at what they don't understand. And we're angry too. We don't understand because we were ripped from our origins to even find out what the fuck we are.
Yeah, that's right.
But that's okay. True. If everybody gets to be vulnerable for 1 second and just be like, my feelings are hurt. Because everyone, like, it's everyone, bro. Everyone is just really hurt right now. And then I guess they're just all expressing it in their own way. Instead of just understanding, like, regardless, there's nothing we can fucking do about it. So, like, worry about yourself and just try your best.
Yeah.
That's all that I tell myself. Everyone's like, well, what are we going to do? What I can.
Yeah.
Do what you can. And that's enough. Just try your best to be a good person. And if you find yourself doing something that's not good, then educate yourself and change it. And now you're a better person. Strive to become better. That's all you can do. And everything else is going to be okay.
Yep. As long as you focus, maintain.
As long as the main thing I always say is, as long as you try.
Yeah.
Keep trying, friends.
You can't be, too down and depressed when you keep trying. That could take a toll on somebody. But yeah, at least you could.
You tried.
Not one of them people.
And then
who
honestly,
just talk.
it's like, not even to go against what you said, but like you can be depressed, but like you tried. You tried. Like, feeling depressed is not being, like, in defeat. It's not something that makes you less. It's just a feeling. And, like, and then you still tried through that. That's fucking dope.
Right, because a lot of people have done many things out of that.
It's hard. It's
And,
hard.
yeah.
So, yeah, fuck yeah.
Know people who go to jail because they so depressed. You know, that's
Because
how
they don't
crazy,
give nothing
you
to
know what I mean?
lose. Nothing to lose. So trying is a lot.
Yeah, especially when it don't work out. You got to build it back up.
Man.
Nigga done been through that.
Yeah. So, like, trying is a lot. It's a huge accomplishment, and not a lot of people, like, oh, like, but you tried it out, though? That's dope as fuck. Like, you took action? That's sick as fuck.
As long as I'm here,
Yeah.
I'll keep trying. Owe it to God to keep trying.
Keep trying,
Motherfucker
friends.
got them lungs pumping.
Keep trying.
Yeah. What else you got going on, though, man? I know.
Surviving. Like I said, I'm literally, like, legit. It's so cliche, but I'm finding my way. Like, I'm finding, yeah, like, I was identified by a relationship and just kind of, like, mapped out something that didn't pan out.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm creating a new path for myself, and it's cool, it's interesting, it's new, it's dope, it's hurtful, it's up, it's down, but it's mine.
Mm-hmm.
And I work a lot, so I don't have the luxury to be as creative as I want, but with the time that I do have in my free time, I do have a platform, shameless plug, Bucket Hat Babes. I'm sure you can, like, link it somewhere below, whatever.
Definitely.
And it's just, like, a platform, more or less. Like, I really love bucket hats. Like, ever since, like, Odd Future had, like, their first carnival ever, that's the only one I went to. I got a bucket hat and then just, like, formed this crazy collection that I had sitting in my closet. And then when I got out of my relationship and I was packing up all these bucket hats, I was like, dude, I want to start a bucket hat club, kind of the same concept as, like, a book club, but with bucket hats. So it's basically just a platform where I share everyone and show all of your bucket hat looks, and then I promote your businesses. Like, I just, wanted a space for people to feel like they can, like, post cute shit and just, feel welcome. And that's just where I'm at right now, like, emotionally. And everything I put out, I want to align with where I'm at emotionally. So Bucket Hat Babes is my baby. It's 2 years old. I took a break from it because I wanted to be in the right headspace, but now we're, like, branching out, we're doing new things. So follow, stay tuned for all, like, the new capsule collections and the one-on-ones I'll be selling and the pop-ups I'll be at. I'm just having a good time, meeting new people and just, like, exploring my creativity. And eventually I want to get back into music, to be announced on that, but obviously I still enjoy it. For anybody, like, watching this that, like, knows us from high school, that was, like, my identity.
Singing,
Yeah.
beat, producing.
Yeah. So, but, I'm just, at this point, just happy to be here. Like I said, I'm trying. So that's literally what I have going on. I'm back in the Inland Empire. If you don't know already, hit me up.
Damn. Yeah, hey, your bucket hat, babes, I think is dope. I'm gonna need me a bucket hat.
Period.
For sure.
I got you.
You know what I mean? Summertime coming up too.
Right.
So,
I'm coming out with a lot of capsule collections. So it's, like, basically, like, it'll be, like, a collection of 10 or 12 hats. And it'll be one of ones. And I'm gonna drop them, like, every so often during the summer, have giveaways. So yeah, I'll gift you one. Would love for you to have one. Once again,
on the thing.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I love shit like this. I've been wanting to podcast for a while.
Hey, this ain't gonna be the only one either.
Right. And
I
like the fact that it was pretty political, which is what I'm not used to. But I think that we provided really two opposite sides of the spectrum with, like, opinion wise when it came to a lot of things. So yeah. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure. No problem. And that's it. This has been your boy Young Dodger and my good homegirl with her bucket hat babe. Yeah.
Bye,
My
guys.
bad if I fucked up that shit. You know what I mean? You gotta
No,
come
you're
up with
fine.
a
That was
nickname.
good.
You gotta come up with a nickname because I can.
Jen.
Jen.
Jen and Juice. Just Jen. G-E-N.
Juice, the homegirl Juice.
Oh, you can call me Juice. I am such a nickname person, so that's fine. Juice.
For sure.
And this has been an episode of Puff and Pass Podcast.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.